Hi, hello, and welcome to this week's video. If you're new here, I'm Courtney, and I'm a part-time artist with a full-time job. And if you clicked on this video, then you probably know that we are in week 3 of The Artist's Way. Okay, well, I'm not. I'm future Courtney, who's doing this intro. Past Courtney is in week 3, so she's gonna tell you about week 3 and take you through it with her. We're gonna go to the best friend's house in Virginia. We're gonna do a coffee shop artist date and make our way eventually back to Vermont at some point. But past Courtney is on week 3, and you might be too. Let me know in the comments how it's going, if you're having difficulty with the morning pages, or if you're really enjoying them, or if you're struggling with the artist date like I was last week. So that's enough from me. I'm gonna toss you over to past Courtney, and I will see you at the end of this video. Good morning. It is Tuesday of week 3. I think that's where we're at now. I am not at home, as you can see. I am in Virginia at the best friend's house, so you may see multiple animals come say hello. But yesterday, Monday, you saw a little bit of footage. I did my artist pages, and then I sat outside for a little bit and read in the sun because it's like 80 degrees here. It is still, I think, like max 55, 60 in Vermont. So it was really nice to sit in the sun. Like I'm a cold weather person, but it was a nice change of pace, and I forgot how much I love sitting in the sun and reading a book, because I've not done that since like May of last year when I was at the beach. So I added that to the list of like things that I love to do. So I'm gonna need to like figure out how to like find a space that I can actually do that in Vermont at some point. But that was really, really lovely, and I'm probably gonna try to do that again today and maybe tomorrow before I leave. But either way, we are still doing The Artist's Way, and it's going okay. Yesterday, morning pages were somewhere between useful and frustrating. I'm still like working out how I feel about those, but I watched a YouTube video from Leanne Creates, and I will link that down below, note to future me. She talked about how sometimes it's okay if they're not useful, but eventually you start noticing patterns and things that are coming up over and over again, and maybe that's something you need to address. So, okay, I can try to embrace that. we're getting there. But the theme for this week, week 3 of Artist's Way, is recovering a sense of power. Do you have a sense of power that you need to recover? Some of the themes that she talks about in this chapter were anger and how that may be a useful tool, how it's telling us the things that we need to pay attention to, or kind of like regret. So if we're angry that someone else has done something before us, maybe that's a regret that we should have moved forward with our creative practice or doing something. Then there was also a section on synchronicity and things like aligning once you like open yourself up to it. And some of those examples were like really hard for me to relate to. I don't know if you found the same thing, but let me know like what your thoughts are on coincidences. Like, to me, I don't know. I guess I'm kind of a skeptic, and I'm like that those are just random acts, like things like that are gonna happen. It doesn't like mean anything. I don't like put a lot of meaning into some of those things. And she was kind of like saying like you're making those things happen for yourself once you open up to it. And I had a little bit of a hard time with that. But let me know what you think. At any rate, it's Tuesday, so let's go get breakfast and coffee and go hang out at the coffee shop for a little bit. Okay? Okay, bye. All right. Hello. It is Saturday. We are almost at the end of week 3 of The Artist's Way, and I'm getting ready to head up to Montpelier, which I'll tell you about in a minute. I just wanted to do a quick little check-in about where we're at with week 3. So in the clip that you just saw, I have started adding on to my morning pages. So I grabbed a to-do list little notepad thing that I have because I found that like most of my like stream of consciousness in the morning is like a to-do list. And so technically you're not supposed to go back over your morning pages. You're supposed to just leave it at that. And I really don't want to because it is nonsensical. So I thought putting a to-do list with my morning pages so I could do the stream of consciousness, then when the to-do list item comes up, I could write that down and then move on. I'm liking how that's working so far. I think I'm gonna keep doing that. But if you're also doing morning pages and yours is like half of it is a to-do list, I'd really love to know. Let me know what yours is like. At any rate, that's going well. I don't know if it's my ADHD or what, but having the to-do list I think really helps. So I'm gonna keep doing that. As far as the rest of week 3 goes, like this week's topic really did not resonate with me very much. I don't know. I don't have a lot of things that like I'm angry about that I feel like I'm like holding on to. I'm not sure. This one just did not hit, which is fine. I mean, that's to be expected. It's 12 weeks. Not everything is not going to like be a win. So that's fine. But right now, I'm getting ready to head up to Montpelier to meet a friend. And if you have been following me for a little bit, then you know that I recently did a painting of Bear Pond Books, and that is in Montpelier. So I have a friend who lives about an hour north of there. I'm about an hour south. We often meet in the middle, go book shopping, go grab some coffee, grab lunch. And she was like, hey, do you want to meet up? I was like, yes, great. So I brought the painting with me, but it is not raining where I am, and it does look like it's going to rain in Montpelier, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to get pictures with it, but that was my plan, is like get some pictures with the painting and the storefront. We'll see if that happens. All right, let's go book shopping. All right, well, week 3 was only mild to moderately chaotic. I did really enjoy the artist date at the coffee shop, and also I'm counting the reading outside in the sunlight as an artist date because that brought me joy. I enjoyed that a whole lot. I need to do more of that. But overall this week, with the theme of recovering a sense of power, the book talked a lot about fear and anger and criticism, and then being open to synchronicity, which, okay, kind of, I struggle with that. But the more I think about it, like the anger and jealousy, I can kind of see where that perspective is coming from, that I'm upset that I am not making the time to do the things. But again, we have to be realistic. If we have a full-time job that pays the bills, maybe having the time to do art every single day might not be a thing, or we need to modify what that looks like. Same thing with the artist dates. There is no way that I'm gonna have time to do a 2-hour artist date every week. Like, that's gonna be a rare thing. 15 to 30 minutes is much more reasonable, because technically, I don't know that I've really shared this, I have 2 jobs. One is full-time, I have another part-time job, and then we also do the art thing and run the Etsy shop. So we have to be realistic with our time and paying the bills and all of those other life things. So I'm just trying to remember to take what's in the book with a grain of salt, but I did think there were some really good takeaways this week that I can kind of work on within my practice. And one of those is like my anger around like having too much to do. Like, because I have 2 jobs, and it gets really frustrating sometimes where I feel like I'm so behind, and I need to find a way to like work through that, and then also like accept that I can't get everything done, and maybe the timeline I set up for myself isn't realistic. And so maybe I need to work on modifying that within my job. So those are some things that I'm really like taking from this week and kind of sitting with and deciding how I can adjust to make more space for that creative practice, but with the reality of like, I have to work so many hours a week with both of the jobs that I do. So that's it for week 3. I'd love to hear what you got out of it, how you're feeling about it. If you're watching this at the start of week 3, come back and let me know in the comments how it went for you. But I hope you're having a great week wherever you are, and I will see you in the next one. If you're having difficulty with the morning pages, or if you're really enjoying, or if you're really... But that was really, really lovely, and I'm gonna get one thing straight. But the theme for this week, week 3 of Artist's Way, is recovering a sense of power. There's a... Do you have a sense of power that you need to recover? Yes? Okay. You can only see... Yeah. Oh, hi. Say hi. This is Senor. He's very excited to be here. You got anything I can stab? I can't hear you because I have earbuds in, so you have to take one out. That needs more water. Here. Are you filming us right now? Yes. As far as a wet baby,